several times, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, and then this last year we've done a lot more deep research, and we're trying to get round to producing some things about it. And of course we've uncovered a lot of false memories and myths and fantasies and black holes, missing and incomplete records, and people's subjective experiences. And of course I'm more and more aware that the past is a foreign country. The world of 40 years ago is not today, the technologies of course, and people's understandings of who they are and where they are. So I think that Louise and Greg had the same sort of experiences, the same sort of problems, and faced the same sort of issues when they began in the telemovie. And so I'd like to ask them about their aims and research strategies. Greg's already intimated some of it. But most importantly, I'm asking about the fuzzy line that divides history telling and historical fiction. Some things have been changed for the continuity of the story, and Louise and Greg can unpack some of that.
That we're not making a documentary, and that we were making a drama, and as such, conversations are made up. You know, we don't know necessarily what two people talked about behind a closed door. And I think more and more the language of storytelling, universally at the moment, people really love true stories being told in a narrative fiction. I mean, you just have to look at a lot of the Netflix shows that are being made, The Crown or whatever, you know. It's, we love to kind of delve into what we think that might have been like. And I suppose from our point of view, all the decisions that we tried to make, at least, even if some of the locations are different or anything like that, that the heart of that storyline remained. You know, we wanted to shoot on Oxford Street, but of course, for example, Oxford Street now doesn't look anything like it did, you know, 40 years ago. We tried to shoot, but there's a part of the story at Macquarie Uni. We couldn't do that, but we had to fictionalise our version of Macquarie Uni and things like that. But that's obviously all part of any kind of drama. But I guess in terms of the truth of the storytelling, do you want to talk a bit more about the stories, I suppose?
We sort of tried to be true to the spirit of the story rather than detail. You know, things happened, you'll see in the middle of the thing, there's a big protest about Jeremy Fisher being kicked out of Robert Menzies College, and Peter Murphy, played by Christian Byers, sort of is leading the protests on that. Now at that time, Peter wasn't involved. He was at Macquarie University, he wasn't involved in protests at that stage, he was still a sort of theology student. But he was deeply involved in the protests when Mike Clossy lost his scholarship and when Penny Short was excluded from teaching, you know, for sexuality. So there were very similar protests at Macquarie University in subsequent years that Peter was deeply involved in. So we sort of pushed those events together to sort of show a flavour of the type of student protests that were happening at the time. There are others that I'd love to tell you, relationship things that happened actually after the events of the first Mardi Gras, but were very much caused by them. You know, we've made those events happen before, so that they fit within the realms of our story. God, I remember when Louise and I had this big panic, I don't know, really close to going into pre-production, and we just looked at each other and said, are we telling the wrong story? Should we be starting with the Mardi Gras and ending with decriminalisation? Are we telling the wrong 6 years? Because we started in 72, sort of the Mosman protest and camping, and gone through to the Mardi Gras, but really, you know, the story of from the Mardi Gras to decriminalisation 6 years later, we're thinking, oh, is that the right 6 years? Have we got the wrong 6 years?
So we just now have to make a sequel. So
I mean, the other day, in screening on Friday night, Meredith Bergman stood up and said, you know, I picked up Peter Murphy after that meeting. It was me that picked him up, and I didn't take him to the hospital. I took him to see Pat O'Shane to do his legal rights. So, you know, that little detail was wrong, but the spirit of the times times was right. It was like it was when we were there, and so that was wonderful. And then David mastered up and said, you know, Neville Rand was never that nice. He hated books. We waited 6 more years because of Neville Rand being such an asshole. However, you know, the way that he found the personal stories and brought them all together. So, you know, it's not a documentary. It's not to a detailed accuracy, but we've tried to capture the spirit.
And I think the other thing is that this is a part of history that I think so many people don't know about. And so we wanted to, you know, I guess it's that thing, isn't it, preaching to the wider community, so that people really connect to this story. And so, yeah, it was important for us to have characters that we felt, you know, an ABC audience would connect to on different levels as well.
Gary, you wanted to ask?
Oh, okay.
So many people here will have things that they would want to throw in. I'm being a bit self-indulgent, but my dear friend Jeff Haler was the one at Macquarie University who led things. Want his name mentioned, he's gone now.
You see a little scene in the bar where all the guys are talking. Unfortunately, the edit focuses on Marg doing her poem, but in that scene they're actually talking and introducing Jeff and saying this is Jeff, who is the new student president, etc. It didn't make it through to the thing. We tried to get
and I will say to that as well, probably the first, or you know, the early drafts, there were so many more characters. And unfortunately, the nature of the reality of budgets and the way it works, we had to just keep trimming characters or amalgamating and bringing kind of the energy of others. So
no apologies necessary.
Yes.